This is video 87 of 101. This video is about being blissfully unaware. For the first 16 years of my life, I was blissfully unaware of everything that was going on. I knew in my head that there was like really shitty things happening on the other side of the world, but I didn't care because it was happening on the other side of the world and it had absolutely zero impact on me. And a lot of people see environmental problems as just, they try to be blissfully unaware. They're like, hey, if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. I don't need to think about it. I can just go on living my life. But ignoring environmental issues is kind of like if someone set your house on fire and you just decided to sit there and be blissfully unaware. At some point, your unawareness is gonna stop being blissful. There are so many terrible health issues and social issues and justice issues and crime issues and environmental issues in this world, and sometimes thinking about them can be extremely overwhelming. And I know for sure they keep me up at night because I'm like, oh my god, I literally just want to go around and give everybody a hug and just make as much money as I possibly can so I can go and just help everybody. And so the point is that ignoring them actually makes these problems a lot worse. And so we will eventually face all of these social problems and corruption problems and all that kind of stuff. But first, we need to make sure that our house is not on fire. Because if the house is on fire, we can't do shit. And then at some point, we'll just be unaware. And by that I mean dead. Or we could just change our choices. We could just change the way we look at something. The only thing that's stopping you from action is the way that you're seeing it. So it's really easy actually to change our minds. Like, okay, you like this one thing. Okay, then something happens and then you don't like it anymore. Whoa, you just changed your mind. Oh, I like this shirt, but actually, I like this shirt. Actually, yeah, I like this shirt instead. Look at how much I just changed my mind. It's so easy to change your mind, to change your thoughts. You just have to think different thoughts. What I recommend is going somewhere with like a notebook, just somewhere really quiet where you can think. And let yourself think. Ask yourself questions. Like, just think about the facts, just think about, okay, it's true. Environmental issues, they're getting to be a big problem. And eating animal products, factory farming, is the #1 contributor to these problems. So what can I do? How can I help? Okay, first of all, let's totally stop supporting animal products by factory farming. Like, completely. That's the best step you can do. And then think about what makes you come alive. What makes you happy? What do you want to do? And it doesn't have to be some big, huge, lofty dream, whatever. Maybe the happiest thing for you is just to live somewhere where you go to a job that you don't mind and you just are surrounded by a couple people that you really, truly love. Maybe that is your true happiness. Go for that. It doesn't have to be something like crazy where you travel the whole wide world and you make $1 bajillion. Like, those are different dreams. Some people, like, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough, but like, it's not possible for everybody to be 100% at the top, because if we're all at the top, then there's no top, right? Like, if we're all here, then we're all just here, then it's not the top, it's just here. So you don't have to think about these crazy huge dreams. If that's not your thing, don't make it your thing. Just figure out whatever your thing is and then just be aware of it. You know, honestly, it's going to be really hard in the beginning to accept these things, to accept that some of the things that you've been living for, some of the values that you've been living for may not have been the best things. They may have been influenced by media or by paid advertisements that were just trying to get you to buy certain products. But that's okay, because you didn't know. You had no idea, and you just needed something to hold on to, because we all need something to hold on to. We all need some kind of motivation. It's okay if you picked up on the wrong thing. It's totally fine, because now you know the right thing. And don't feel stupid. Don't be like, oh my god, I wish I knew sooner. You know now. And now we need to make every single moment from here count. That's all you can do. The past is gone. It's done. It happened. You didn't know. But now you know. And if you want to feel better about it, decide that every single second from this moment on is going to be different. This moment on, you're going to be changing. This moment on, you are going to be striving to be the best you. Just envision your most ideal self and then let go of any part of you that doesn't believe that. It's not just about our health anymore. It's not just about the animals' well-being. It's literally about our home. It's about the ground that we all stand on. And if that ground is gone, we have nothing to stand on. And then we just float in space, which actually isn't that cool because none of us have spacesuits and we'll just blow up. That doesn't sound very great. Instead, we could all just be like, hey, I like doing this thing, and it doesn't hurt anybody, so I'm gonna do this thing, you're gonna do that thing, and we're all gonna do this thing, and then whoa, we're in somewhere really cool. We have a really big problem on our hands. It's because we eat a lot of animal products, and there are a lot of us, and when we eat a lot of animal products and there are a lot of us, there are these like mass things that have to sustain that. But these mass things, these mass productions are having very, very negative side effects to the ground that we stand on. If we don't respect the ground that we stand on, we're gonna get kicked off. And not like we get kicked off and go to some fun planet. We get kicked off in the sense that humanity gets totally wiped out. We either will suffocate to death by lack of oxygen, we will either starve to death or be dehydrated to death by lack of resources, if not before we've all killed ourselves in a fight over resources. That sounds pretty absolutely terrible. Imagine sitting in your house and people just break down the door and just take everything that you have. All of your food, all of your water, they cut off all of your things, and they'll probably just kill you along the way too. Like, that is not fun. That's what war is. And we need to avoid that at every single cost possible. And the first step in that is, first of all, just stop supporting animal products, stop supporting any other of these kind of really destructive industries like coal or oil or palm oil. All of these things, none of them, like even fast fashion, even fast food, all of these things, like none of them have the intention of the future of the ground that we stand on in mind, which is crazy because it doesn't matter how rich you are, doesn't matter any of that stuff. All of the foundations of any person is on the same ground. So yeah, we should probably get on that. And then once you've gotten over this thing, like, trust me, I was there. I was reading this book called Skinny Bitch, and it was talking about factory farming, and I was bawling my eyes out. I felt this pain and I didn't know what to do about it, and I just was like, I can't. I know this information and I don't know what to do about it. And the only way to get rid of that feeling is to act according to your morals. I said, wow, I know this now. I just can't go back to it, because every time you now do this action, you're just gonna feel even shittier. So now that you know it, make every single second from now on count.